When I say money, meaning not only money IQ, it's more about money emotional intelligence, money EQ, because we make so many bad decisions based on money EQ. We make certain decisions because we are so afraid. So once we are free from fear around money, anxiety from money, imagine what would you do if you're free from money worries. So that's something I want to share. Hello, my name is Ken Honda. I'm the Japanese author of many books, which I'm going to talk about. And I've been teaching about happiness and money over the past 26 years and supported so many people to find peace with their money. So I'm often called a Zen millionaire or a happy panda. I love either one, but wherever I go, I attract a lot of people. People come to see me and they make lines. I usually sign my books for 600 people or more. I think I have this Zen type of personality. I teach how to run business, how to make money. So I'm a rare kind of philosopher and also a practical businessman, and that's sort of one in me. So I started early. I started my company when I was 21. I have a long history of teaching and consulting, but I got tired of making already wealthy people become wealthy. My passion was more to share my ideas and knowledge with individuals who want to have more time with their family, more meaning in their life. That's why I focus my work toward individuals. When my wife and I found out that she was pregnant, we decided to take a little time off, and that retirement lasted for 4 years. And that is the happiest time of my life. I got to see when my daughter first started to talk, started to walk, and started to say, Daddy. So all those things, I'm so proud as a father that I could witness those things, and I am the happiest father. So while I was enjoying my semi-retirement, I bumped into a situation. I saw a young mother trying to pull out her child off of a swing. She said, your mommy has to go to work. The girl was crying because she didn't want to leave, but a mother says, I have to go to work. She was there for 5 minutes. I was witnessing all that, and I realized why she has to work. It's because of money. To make a living, you have to just work for certain hours. That means less time with the family. I thought at the time, if these people know a little more about money, and if they have freedom financially, you don't have to be super wealthy to have some time off. And I decided to write a few paragraphs every day for those families. I feel like human beings are slaves of money. All of us suffer because of money. So my mission is to free people from slavery of money. So when I think of money, I have one experience when I was very small. I was about 9 or 10 at the time. I came home from school one day. It's usually a happy moment. And I opened the door of the kitchen, and here I was to witness that my father was crying like a baby. And I couldn't believe that my father crying, because I didn't know that men are capable of crying. Up until then, I never seen anybody, any guys cry in public. While my father was crying, I stood there, didn't know what to do. My mother found me and she took me aside, and she was explaining what happened to him. I found out that his client committed suicide, and not only just by himself, but he killed entire family. So it's called Ikkashinju, family suicide in Japanese. And that's the first time I learned this term from my mother. The reason why he did it is he tried to save the dishonor of borrowing money and going bankrupt. So he killed entire family to save honor, and then he killed himself. Now, I understand everything now, but at the time, I thought money was a bad guy. So at the age 9 or 10, I started to read and learn about money. I asked all the adults about money, and I asked them, what is it? How can I make money? How can I keep money? How can I increase money? But the funny thing is, nobody knew. I had to look for the right teacher. That was the beginning of my quest for money and teaching around money. Money wounds originate when you're small, but it kind of keep piling up. So a lot of people, by the time they reach 30 or 40, they're filled with money wounds. Unless you heal the money wounds that happened many years ago, you just fight over something that it's not happening right now. Money wounds you have are not only yours, it's generational money wounds that are handed down to you. And that's why we are so afraid of money, we're scared of money, and we don't know what to do. So as much as we want money, we don't want money because money causes problem. So that's why it's super important to face your money wounds and heal them. Learning about these things, I first began to face my father, and I started to heal our family wounds. And after talking about that with my father, both of us cried, and we had such a deep connection. Since then, my money situation changed incredibly, and my career situation changed. After healing the family wounds, you feel supported by your parents, grandparents, and ancestors. And I realized how peaceful you get after healing your money wounds. I started to heal money wounds with my brother, my sister, and with my friends, and miracles kept happening. So I was so excited to share this knowledge with my close friends, and my close friends' parent situation changed, their financial situation changed. The most comments I get from my students is that, Ken, I finally find peace in me. So it's nothing to do with money. I realized that each one of us, even though he or she is super wealthy or seems very comfortable on the surface, we all have money wounds. And after talking about and healing about money wounds, people shift their consciousness, and you look at the world in a different way. You feel more safe in the world, you feel more safe in the workplace, or you feel like whatever you do will be supported by your friends and society. So in this quest, I'm going to teach you how to find peace in everything you see. You may be frustrated with financial situation, your work situation, in your family situation, but by taking a look at your relationship with money and heal it in the process, you'll find peace instead of frustration. So life can be lived in a different way. So I hope you find peace with money and in life too. Hello everybody, 皆さんこんにちは。My name is Ken Honda. I'm the Japanese author of the book Happy Money. For many years I've been writing many books and sold almost 8 million copies. I've taught many people how to achieve financial independence and happiness. And here with me is my dear friend Dr. Scott Mills, who's been helping people transform and change their lives for more than 25 years. So here's Dr. Scott Mills. Thank you, Scott, for being here.
Oh, thank you, Ken. This has just been such an extraordinary experience with you, putting this course together and traveling around, watching your incredible work. And, I'm particularly excited because I know this work that we're doing together, retraining people's brains and expanding their wealth consciousness, is really going to have an enormous impact on people all over the Mind Valley community.
Yeah. And you have such a fun time with him and with me. I'm so excited for you because by the end of this money quest, you're going to have peace of mind with money and more capacity to receive wealth and abundance in your life. I know a lot of us are suffering because of money. We are worried about money. We feel stressed about money because we don't know much about money EQ. So for those of you who wonder, isn't there any other way to live around money? Or like, my life can be somewhat very different from what I have now. And also who want to increase the capacity to receive more. We have a hard time receiving. We're so good at giving, but we feel funny about receiving. So for those of you who feel guilty when we charge people or accept more money, you can shift that consciousness too. And for those of you who want to have lots of money, but still not lose peace of mind, because you may know that a lot of people become wealthy, but if they lose happiness, what's the meaning of it all? So increase your wealth and at the same time, still keep a peace of mind. Who's this program not for? I think for those people who believe in more money can solve your life issues. Unfortunately, it cannot. A lot of people say, I want to learn budgeting, stock investments, real estate, and other things. I say it's fine. How many people end up being happy after learning all these things? Unfortunately, unless you have a strong base, you cannot build something and then stable. If you build a tower or a house on this unstable foundation, it doesn't stay. So I recommend that you start building a strong foundation that is money EQ. Unless you have this mindset of prosperity and peace of mind around money, even though you make more money, and even if you learn about investing, it doesn't going to take anywhere. So money EQ is the answer to pave the way of the foundation, and then you can design whatever you want to build on that. Or some of you are wondering, can I make a change in such a short period of time? And my answer is no, because we've been living this way for many years, and we can't change your life in 2 seconds because we've lived this way for so many years. But you can change the course of your life in 2 seconds. And as time passes, your life is going to shift. And in a matter of months and a few years, you realize how many big changes you've made over the past few months or few years, but because of the shift you made in this short period of time. So I'm sure you're going to enjoy your big shift as time goes by.
This course is such a beautiful mix of the wisdom of Ken and his years and years of experience and the practical brain training that's going to help you move into happy money so much faster. So we've designed this course with 3 particular movements. The first movement is week 1. We call week 1 creating your path to happy money. Now, that's really the week where we get into relationship with money. So many of us are pretty unconscious about our relationship to money. So for some of you, this actually may be the first time that you've met money, or it may be when you actually get to experience it in much greater depth. So if this were a movie, money has been waiting in the wings for quite a while for its great big number. And we're going to introduce money and the ways it can shift your life. Now, week 2 is a really deep week. And this is a week that so many of you are just going to find liberation, peace, and freedom. Because if you've got blocks around money, if you're finding yourself having goals, whether they're to create financial independence, whether it's to increase your income, whether it's to pay off debt, often what's getting in our way are our money wounds, these places in us where we're literally leaking our energy so that we can't create the futures we want. So week 2 is really about healing these money wounds. And this is really exciting for me because this is the work that I've seen Ken do with people all over the world. It's absolutely stunning. And the brain work is just going to support that in such a beautiful way. And then we move into week 3. So once you've gotten introduced to money again, and then you've healed your money wounds, then we go into this extraordinary place where you can expand your container for money. Now, what we really mean by that is your capacity to receive. So in the East, the capacity to receive can be really limited because folks are trying to keep their heads down. And in the West, we have the same problem, but because we feel like we have to be big and do it all on our own. So this is going to be really a stretch for so many of you, and in such a beautiful way so that you'll be able to receive more, create more wealth, and really have a much freer, more liberated life. So I'm so excited to be doing this with you, Ken.
Thank you. You said it so beautifully. I'm so excited for this. We're going to have so much fun together. So let's enjoy it. So in this money quest, we're going to have a fun community together. In Japan, I've been having this community for over 20 years, and people are helping one another. And with this idea of money EQ, there are so many places that people can help one another. So I'm so excited to start creating this community with everybody.
We're going to have such a good time really being in conversation with you. And this community is really about you doing the work, you creating the opportunities. And it's part of what's so extraordinary about Mind Valley is that this tribe together has created so many amazing things. So there's a couple things we want you to remember. The first is that this is a safe space. This is a place where we're going to respect and love and hold each other in great support. It's going to be the place you can come and say, I've done something extraordinary. You're going to share your celebrations, but you're also going to come when there's something that's challenging to you. And you say, hey, could I get a little help? So that's the first thing you want to remember. The second thing to remember is this community is what you make it. This is your place to bring your hopes, your dreams, your ideas, your excitement, and together you're going to really be able to generate something amazing. So the third thing for you to remember is you're going to get out of this community what you put into it. And if you put in a spirit of compassion and generosity, a spirit of curiosity, so that you can let go of your judgment. Look, we've all done really silly things around money. I know I have, I know Ken has. This is what it's about to be human. We make silly mistakes, and then we decide it's okay to forgive ourselves and create a new opportunity. We don't want you to be judging yourself and comparing to that person or this person. This is your unique journey. Your journey is yours alone. So allow yourself just to enjoy. And most important, and you're going to see this from Ken and I all the time, allow yourself to bring a sense of humor, because if you can't laugh at yourself and at some of the mistakes we've made and some of the sillinesses we've created, it's going to be really hard to create a liberated life.
Please come prepared with a journal. You're going to have a lot of fun ideas with you, and I want you to write them all down. Please complete the pre-assessment sheet and download the preparation guide. I'm so excited that we're going to do this together. We'll have so much fun together. Okay, see you in the Money Quest. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello everybody, konnichiwa minasan. Welcome to the Money Quest. I'm Ken Honda. I'm so excited that you decided to join me with this Money Quest. In this warm-up video, I'm going to teach you how to get the most out of this Money Quest. When you start this Money Quest, please set an intention, what you want to learn, and how do you want to become at the end of the Money Quest. And also, I want you to come up with 3 values that are associated with this identity. Would it be joy, integrity, and fun, and loving? I have taught this course for many years, and many of my students come out as a better parent, happier person, and they all tell me that they have less stress about money, they stopped worrying about money, and they started following their heart and doing what they love. So just imagine yourself after the Money Quest. Who do you want to be? What's amazing, in a matter of few weeks, some of my students tripled their income and made more money and received money from distant relatives, received money from parents. Other students told me that they got the money back from the loans that happened many years ago. So you're going to experience a lot of interesting money shift during this Money Quest. And also the other thing is I want you to really dedicate your time and space and energy to this course. It's not going to take a long time, from 10 minutes to 15 minutes. So every day, I want you to come up with the best time and best place to watch this video. It could be early in the morning, right after you get up, or have some little time before you start working, or during the lunch break, or sometime after dinner or right before you go to sleep. Please allocate your time wisely and get the most out of these videos. And the most important thing is not just watch the videos. You have to practice what you learn. And a lot of practice we're going to do together are not so difficult. It's a lot of fun exercises. So some of you might say that you don't have enough time. I don't have 15 minutes every day. I understand that because you're having a very busy life. But just think about it. Why is it that you're so busy? It's because you're tied up with your work and a lot of other things. A lot of my students come up to me and say, "Thank you, Ken. After the Money Quest, I have more time and I have less time working and I made more money." It's amazing. So the reason why you don't have time is because you didn't learn much about money. So by learning about money, you're going to have more time and more money at the end. So I know it's tight at the moment, but if you don't invest your time and money and energy now, you're going to be busy for the rest of your life. So please find some time for you. It's going to pay out big at the end. Some of you may feel like you're not motivated enough. I understand that because we've been so desperate. We've been beaten up so much by money situation. So I understand learning about money may not be so exciting at the moment. As you watch these videos, you're going to have so much fun. You forget about the time passes so fast. And then as you go with this quest, you realize how much you've been missing in your life. And some of you may feel resistant to changing your life or learning about money. I really understand that because I feel the same way. I'm more of a rebel with the long hair in Japanese culture. But when you feel resistance, it's a good sign because you are feeling subconsciously something is going to happen, and that something will definitely shift your life. So your learning is already started, and then you don't know what's ahead of you, but what you're resisting will definitely shift your life. So welcome resistance and welcome change. That way, you're going to shift your life. And some of you may worry, I don't know if I can watch all the videos every day. I know I can't do that, so I can really feel that. Even if you miss one day, you can always come back and watch over. So don't worry about it. You're going to have this quest forever. Okay, and once again, please just remember to think, who do you want to be after this money quest? Just imagine your money stress-free life, or after all the knowledge and wisdom with money, you probably start doing what you love because money is not going to stop you. So just think about it. And also come up with 3 values that are associated with identity after become who you are. And also, the last thing is pre-celebration. In Japan, there's a tradition, whatever we start, we celebrate the best outcome at the beginning. So that way we can make it happen. A friend of mine wrote a book about it too. Please celebrate beforehand what's going to happen to your life and bless it and enjoy the feeling after the money quest, what kind of great life you're going to have. Lastly, I'm so excited that we're going to do this together. So see you in the money quest. Bye-bye. Hello everybody, welcome to Money EQ course. I'm so excited to share with you all the wisdom I learned from my mentor and from other great mentors. I want to start with one question. If money didn't restrict you, what would you do? This is a question I want to ask you first. And some of you think, oh, I don't know, maybe I'll go all around the world and have fun. But the thing I want to ask you is, after you go around the world and come back, what would you do? When you are asked this question, many of people feel like, ooh, I don't know. That is a big question. It's because a lot of us don't know what we're going to do if money doesn't restrict us. So this is a very deep question that you can think every day because we are so restricted with money. And a lot of people say to me, I want to be a millionaire. How can I do it? I want to be a millionaire and then I'll be happy. But I have interviewed so many millionaires in the past and I realized that it doesn't really matter how much money you make or you have, because even though you make millions of dollars, you could be still very unhappy. Whereas some people who are making less money, but still they can find happiness. So I realized that in order to be happy and have a great life, you don't have to have super millionaire, but you have to have some money. So with this Money EQ course, I want you to start over and think about new ways, deal with money, and come up with solutions to make your life more meaningful and also follow your heart. So I have been very fortunate with money. I've been very successful at a young age. That's why I could retire at the age 29. But one time I had this awakening experience at the party. At the party, this Japanese woman approached me and she asked me if she could take a look at my wallet. So without any question, I handed over my wallet and asked her, as long as you give it back to me, you can do anything. And I was talking with somebody at the party. As I was looking at her, and she was pulling out of all my bills, and then she was checking something. And she was saying to herself, this is great, this is great, oh, this is great. And she put them all back and gave it back to me. And I got very curious. I asked her, what did you do with my wallet? And she said, Ken, all your money is good to go. And I asked her, why is it good? And she said, all your money is smiling. That means you must have done something great to make people happy and received money. And I thought, well, that's interesting. And she said, on the other hand, your money could be crying in your wallet if you're doing what you don't like, and also you're taking advantage of people and receive money. And that's when your money is crying in your wallet. At that time, I thought I knew everything about money because I was wealthy enough and I had a lot of business going. So I knew about money IQ part, but then I realized there may be something more. That is the money EQ part that I'm going to share it with you. And after that, I started to think money as energy. And since then, I discovered there are two kinds of money in the world, happy money and unhappy money. Happy money is one that makes you feel joy and smile when you receive it. And when you spend it, also gives you joy and excitement and fun. That's happy money. For example, it's a 10-year-old boy spending his allowance money and buy a rose and give it to his mother. Or charity money that we donate, even it's $1 or $2 to somebody who is in pain or who needs money. Or just a little money that we give to a friend or a stranger. So that is happy money. On the other hand, unhappy money is money that when you receive it, it gives you like, ooh, is this like all I need, or is this all I get? And also when you spend it, I don't want to spend it. I don't want to pay for the bills. I don't want to pay taxes. So when you spend it, it makes you feel like, ooh, I don't want to do it. That's unhappy money. So if you take a look at two different people, happy money people receive money with smile, spend money with smile. Unhappy money people, ooh, I want to have more. Is this like all I got? So like very frustrated and also very unhappy to let go of the money. So happy money, unhappy money, which one do you have in your life? I said money as energy. People think it may be spiritual, but I think people get it because when you receive money from some people, company, or your ex-partner, that gives you some kind of feeling. For example, after the ugly divorce, you get alimony and you don't feel so good. You feel frustrated, you feel angry after a few years of divorce. And also, when you pay alimony, if you're not happy with the divorce, you are so upset every time you pay that alimony. So when we receive money, it's some sort of energy form. That's why it could have the power to upset us or make us happy. For example, if grandparents left you money, after they passed away, you feel the love and the warm feeling from the money you receive. It's the same numbers in the bank, but you feel very different. That's why I say money as energy. So there are three things that stops the money flow in your life. I think the biggest one is guilt. A lot of us feel guilt when it comes to money. We feel guilty when we make money. We feel guilty when we receive it. So if you have guilt, you have a hard time accepting money. Therefore, you stop the money flow. And the second reason is you feel shy around money. Well, shyness is a big thing. It's not as strong as guilt, but you feel shy about asking for a raise, shy about receiving money. So when some money issues come up, people tend to feel uneasy about receiving or charging or giving money because people feel shy around money. The third reason is a need to be seen as a good person. So this is, I think everybody can associate. If you talk about money, you feel like you're a bad, greedy person. So if you want to stay nice, you don't talk about money. So this need to be nice also stops the flow of money. So guilt, shyness, need to be nice. Those three are very regular common reasons that why we stop the money flow. We're going to talk a lot about why we stop the money flow. It's related to our childhood. We had so many dramas when we were small. I call them money wounds. We are so hurt about money. So that's why as much as we want money, we want more money because we think money can make us very happy. But on the other hand, we also know money could hurt people and then we could get a lot of hurt from money. So this love and hate relationship with money, that's something we're going to deal with a little later. I've been teaching about money EQ for almost 26 years. I've transformed hundreds of thousands of people's lives, and as I did it, I transformed my life too. And in the process, I realized that money was a very hard, tough, cold, and potentially dangerous thing. But as years go by, money became less hostile. And then now, money is my friend. Money can be such a great person to be able to support me in following my dreams. And if you study money EQ, you will worry about money a lot less. And one day, after having a better relationship with money, you will focus more on your life rather than money. Before, you must be thinking, how much did it cost or how much is this? But after clearing this money paying and all the issues around money, you start focusing on what's really important for you. And then money comes later. So you have to focus on what's fun for you. How can I help for other people? What can I do to make other people smile? It's almost like every day you're enjoying a surprise party for somebody. So that's how you feel. So every day you're enjoying your life, and whatever you do is helping other people. And then money flows into your account seamlessly. So whatever you do will create money, and then money flows and money goes. So now, my good friend Dr. Scott Mills is going to take you through the brain training of your current situation with money and the new possibility around money. Enjoy that.